So diversity and inclusion for me has always been a, a huge deal, a pivotal deal, a make it or break it type of deal. Because I've seen firsthand through the experience that I've had in industry, advertising, marketing, communications, before starting this business 15 years ago, that a lack of perspective, a lack of diversity around anything, you're just chasing your tail. It's the definition of insanity, if you will. Keep on doing the same thing and expecting a different result. So why don't we invite so-and-so to the meeting? And why don't we invite so-and-so to the meeting? And what about this person coming to the meeting? And all of a sudden, oh wow, things are solved. New ideas are there. It's not so hard anymore. Why is that? It's because you had different stakeholders and different perspectives and diversity around the table that help you think in different ways. So for me, watching people do the same thing, the same people doing the same thing day in and day out, and somehow expecting that they're moving the ball down the field, it's never going to happen. You have to be deliberate about your diversity and about your inclusion. And it's so fun. Understanding people's different perspectives is not that someone's right and someone's wrong. It's that, wow, I never thought about it that way. But if that individual sitting around the table is thinking about it that way, you can be sure your customer, your supplier, or somebody outside of your organization, they're also thinking about it that way. It's fun. I love it. And I learn from it. But how to create a safe space at work? I have no idea how to answer that question. I think it comes down to being honest, being open, being true to yourself. But then there's always organizations that say that, but they don't act that, right? It's, yeah, you're safe here, bring your whole self to work. And then as soon as you do, then you get backlash. So I don't know that I'm the right person to ask that question to around creating safe spaces at work. I think a genuinely inclusive space is directed by the people within your organization. So more and more and more, the power should be given to your employees or your organization, as opposed to it resting with one or two, or SLT, senior leadership team. I think these titles and that whole concept of leading from the top down is wrong, and it becomes more wrong with every day that passes. I think that by opening it up and saying to your organization, these are our desires, these are our challenges, these are our wishes, how would you go about doing it? Put together little teams, have it facilitated, however you want to go at it. But people have a lot more ideas than you think they have. They have a lot more creativity than maybe you give them credit for. Put yourself out there and say, we want to do this better. Let's all get together in a room and talk about it. I'm constantly faced with, would you come and do a strategic planning session for the senior leadership team? Well, yes, I will. Of course, I would love to do that. But how will that plan then be disseminated to the organization? Will it just be shoved down their throat? Will they understand the process you went through or the discussions you had to get there? Or will they just be told, you must? There has to be a community here. It isn't a dictatorship, it's a community. And I think that every decision moving forward, community-wise, is the right one. Dictatorship-wise is the wrong one.